Hey, what's up? Mike here at Aeolian. Quick lesson on majors and minors, right? So from anywhere you want to start on the fretboard, let's start on A, the 5th fret of the E string, the lowest string. It's just this spaced out pattern on the first two strings. So right on the fret markers. So 5, 7, 9 is the major scale. 5, 7, 9 on the next string, the A string. And then just 6, 7 on the D string. And you'll learn your notes, right? A, B. I mean, it's going to go in order. It's just whether it's sharp or flat, right? So A, it's all A through G. That's all it ever is. So A, B, C sharp. And then on the next string, we're on the A string, now on the 5th fret. So we're at, of course, D. Same tone as the D string. Right? So D, E, that's the 7th fret of the A string. Octave higher than the open E string. You got F sharp. Okay, that's the 6th note of the scale. And that's just the 6th and 7th fret of the D string. This, of course, is the octave, so going right back to A, G sharp, is the major scale. It's just a half step between the 7th and the octave. So let's do that again. The reason I like to show beginners this longer form of a major scale rather than the shorter version, which you could play all in here, right? It's good to learn both. You should learn both. But I like to start off showing this. 5, 7, 9, and then 6, 7. And the reason is it's easier to picture that versus the minor scale, since the minor is going to drop the 3rd. Here's the 3rd, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octave, right? So you know your Roman numerals, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And you'll notice that the capital Roman numerals are for 1, the root, and for 4, and the 5th. Right? And everything else is minor. So they're lowercase, sorry. So the Roman numerals are lowercase. It indicates it's minor because of the triads if you were to do a chord on that note in the same scale. So we're going to go over that more. I don't want to get confusing, but basically there's the major scale, and then the minor you're doing a flat 3rd, flat 6th, and a flat 7th. All that means is here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't sing, but there's so you're gonna flatten the 3rd. So instead of this, you flatten the 3rd. That means just bring it down a half step. Same with the 6th. Instead of here, bring it down a half step. So it's got a different sound to it, right? So it's a flat 3rd and a flat 6th, and then you're flattening the 7th. So instead of playing the 6th fret, you play the 5th. Now that's a natural minor scale because there are two other main minor scales, harmonic and melodic minor, but we're not going to worry about those today. So what's interesting about music theory, major and minor, and I don't want to blow your mind, but this actually made everything a lot easier for me after years of trying to learn music theory when I realized that natural minor scales are just the enharmonic equivalent. That means the same notes as whatever it's the 6th note of, also known as like the Aeolian mode. All that fancy talk is, right, is if when I was showing you the major scale here, so that's the major scale, the 6 right here, if you play the major scale from this note, but keep playing A major from it's gonna be the minor scale starting on that note, which in this case is F sharp. So those notes I just played are F sharp minor, but they're the same notes that belong in A major. We'll just call out the notes. So F sharp minor is, so write these down. We got F sharp, we got G sharp, A, B, we got C sharp, we got D, then we got E as the seventh, right? And then back to the octave of F sharp. Now let's look at the notes for the major scale of A. We got A, B, C sharp. See where I'm going with this? D, E, F sharp, that's that 6. That's where we got the other scale from. That's Aeolian mode is starting here. G sharp, and back to A. The octave of the root, right? So if you wrote all those notes down, you'll see they are the same.
Whoa, dude.
So that's what was a big eye-opener for me, is that I learned that everything is really just the major scale. Even the minor scale is just the major scale. And I know that's kind of a messed up way to put it, and music theorists would really have a heyday arguing with me and telling me how wrong I am. But that's what'll unlock these mysteries that they like to, you know, these experts, I don't know, maybe they're just too into the theory. But when you're trying to make practical use and any kind of sense out of it, and you're not a music theory nerd, it gets very confusing because I don't think they explain it well enough. So when I realized that these modes, I was like, what's the point? Modes are stupid because it's just starting the major scale on a different note, which is true. But then I realized it's so much more than that. It's actually, the fact that I realized that didn't make modes stupid. It actually was showing how easy music theory is, and the fact that everything is the major scale. So those intervals of the major scale, if you just start them at a different note, you're playing a different scale. Obviously you're starting on a different note, but that whole point of the natural minor scale starting on the 6th note of a major scale is the enharmonic equivalent, meaning the same exact notes as the major scale, like we just showed you there with A major scale, right? Having the same notes as if we started a minor scale on the 6th, right? So here's the 6th of that, it's F sharp again. And if we do a minor scale from there, it sounds different, it sounds minor, right? Because we're playing that root of F sharp. Sounds sadder, right? Major scales sound happier. That's what they say about major and minor. The thing that people don't realize is, like, you're still playing the same notes. You just moved it up here to the 6th mode, which is the Aeolian, which is the natural minor equivalent of the major scale that was, you know, that it was a 6th of. So once you realize that everything is the major scale, it just kind of blows your mind.